Hey everyone, welcome back. You know we love to explore all things Italy, right?
Right.
And today we're going deep on Eduardo De Filippo.
Ah.
You know, a giant of Italian theater.
Huge figure, yeah.
But we're not just going to talk about his fame and awards and all that.
Right.
We want to uncover the man behind the icon,
The person.
the person, the stories that reveal his humanity,
Yeah.
which I think makes him even more impressive.
Well, absolutely. I think De Filippo's life really mirrored the themes he explored on stage.
Oh, totally. And you can't talk about Eduardo De Filippo without talking about, his first time on stage. Do you imagine?
4 years old.
4 years old.
In Rome?
Carried onto the stage during a performance of the Geisha.
I can't even imagine.
That's quite a start, right?
Yeah, that's a theatrical debut if I ever heard of one.
And he vividly recalled this experience
Really?
decades later.
Wow.
I mean, he said, "It seems impossible that I remember something so distant." And yet, 76 years ago, this happened. And yet, not only the memory, that emotion, that echo, that fear mixed with exultant joy, I still feel them today. Identical at every first performance when I enter the stage.
Wow, what a beautiful quote.
I know.
Really gives you chills.
Right. It really speaks to how powerful early experiences can be for an artist.
Yes.
Shaping their sensibilities and their relationship with the stage itself.
And it's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah.
His first time on stage was this light-hearted operetta.
Totally different.
Far cry from the really complex human dramas he'd later become known for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, we have to mention Sick, the Magic Artificer,
Yes.
the play that he created with his brother Peppino.
Oh yeah, Sick. It's a great one.
The story of a struggling magician
Yes.
whose act goes hilariously wrong.
Hilariously wrong.
And I love how that play showcased his comedic talent,
Yes.
but also had a real impact on Neapolitan culture.
Yeah. It's amazing how a catchphrase from the play,
Oh yeah.
Vengo yo, I'm coming, became a popular saying. Wow.
In Naples. And it shows you how De Filippo's work transcended the stage.
Yeah.
It was woven into the fabric of everyday life.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm curious about his relationship with Luigi Pirandello,
Oh yes.
another giant of Italian theater.
Another one.
And we have sources that mention their meeting, back in the 1930s.
Right.
The young, up-and-coming De Filippo.
Yeah.
And the already, super well-established Pirandello.
The legend himself, yeah.
What was that dynamic like?
Well, it's fascinating. There's actually multiple accounts of this meeting.
Really?
Eduardo,
Uh-huh.
his sister Titina, and brother Peppino
Wow.
all had their own versions.
That's interesting.
Yeah, adds a little layer of intrigue to their connection.
Oh, totally. And it's almost like a little family drama, right? Playing out off stage.
Yeah.
Which kind of mirrors the family dynamics that De Filippo often explored in his plays.
Yeah, and there's this added irony
Yeah.
in that their collaboration, the play L'Abito Nuovo,
Yeah.
is considered a weaker work.
By both playwrights.
Wow.
So,
And it's funny, too, because L'Abito Nuovo deals with a man struggling to fit into a new identity.
yeah.
Which is interesting given De Filippo's own life, right? As the illegitimate son of a famous playwright.
Yeah. It seems like family in all its complexity
Yeah.
was a recurring motif in his work.
Totally. We see it in plays like Natali in Casa Capio, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where there's warmth and reconciliation,
Right.
but amidst dysfunction.
Amidst dysfunction. Yeah, exactly.
And then you have Le Bougie con le Gambelon,
Yes.
which explores deception within a family.
And its lasting consequences.
Yeah, and then in Bene Mio e Cor Mio, we witness hypocrisy and betrayal
Ooh.
masquerading as familial affection.
Right, disguised as it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these plays just offer such a nuanced look at family life.
Yeah.
I think that's why they resonated with audiences worldwide.
Totally, I think so.
So speaking of resonating worldwide, I'm curious about De Filippo's global breakthrough. And I understand he had a very triumphant tour of the Soviet Union in 1962.
Well, it's surprising, right?
It is surprising, yeah.
Given the cultural and political differences at the time.
Yeah.
But the response was overwhelming.
Really?
Applause, tears, even requests for extended performances.
Wow.
It's amazing. He was able to tap into those universal human experiences.
Yeah.
And his work transcended those boundaries,
That's powerful.
reaching audiences who might have seemed worlds apart.
Yeah, that's the power of art, right?
It is.
It connects us.
Yes.
Reminds us of our shared humanity.
Exactly. Even when everything else seems to divide us.
Totally. And this acclaim wasn't just limited to the Soviet Union.
No, not
He found similar success in London, Paris, even South America.
Wow.
So clearly, he wasn't just a Neapolitan playwright.
No.
He was like a global phenomenon.
A global phenomenon.
Yeah, I like that.
Right. And his work transcended borders,
Absolute.
reminding us that some stories are simply human stories.
And they can touch hearts no matter the language
I love that.
or the cultural context.
Beautifully said.
And this universality is something we're going to explore further
Yes.
as we delve deeper into De Filippo's career, particularly his later masterpieces.
Can't wait.
But before we do that,
Yeah.
let's shift gears a little bit and talk about his foray into cinema.
Okay, let's do it. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Eduardo De Filippo.
So his film career,
Yeah.
while not as prolific as his theater work,
Right.
it's still fascinating.
Right. It is really interesting.
Because it still showcases his artistic genius.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what strikes me
Yeah.
is that his film work kind of shares that same focus
Oh, yeah.
on everyday people facing extraordinary situations.
Yeah.
Just like his plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like he had this unique ability
Yeah.
to find the drama and the humor in the mundane.
I love that.
These little moments that make up a life.
I know. And speaking of humor, one anecdote that I think really captures De Filippo's connection to cinema
Okay.
is his friendship with the iconic comedian Totò.
Oh, Totò.
Legends.
Two titans of Italian entertainment.
I bet they had some fun times together.
I know, right? But surprisingly,
Yeah.
their only on-screen collaboration was limited to a small role Totò had in De Filippo's film,
Oh, wow.
The Gold of Naples.
That's it.
That's
One collaboration.
one collaboration.
That's a shame. What a missed opportunity.
I know, right?
Imagine the comedic brilliance
Right.
that could have emerged from a real partnership.
A full-fledged partnership
Yeah.
between those two.
I know, it's a real what if.
Total what if.
But even without that major collaboration,
Yeah,
De Filippo's impact on Italian cinema is
Yeah.
undeniable.
absolutely.
Especially when you look at films like Napoli Milionaria.
The Napoli Milionaria,
Yeah.
which he both wrote and
I
directed.
wrote and directed, yes.
And that premiered just months after the liberation of Naples
Yes.
in World War II.
Talk about capturing a moment
Right.
in history.
Raw emotional moment.
It really is, and that's what makes it so powerful. It doesn't shy away from the harsh realities
Yeah.
of post-war life.
Yeah.
You know, it follows Gennaro,
Yeah.
this tram driver who turns to black marketeering
Wow.
to survive during the war,
Yeah.
and his family, initially horrified by his actions,
Right.
they're slowly seduced by the allure of easy money,
Oh, wow.
which leads to a moral downfall.
Oh, so it's not just a war story.
No?
It's about moral compromise,
Exactly.
loss of innocence,
Yeah,
the struggle to rebuild a life.
absolutely. When everything you thought you knew was shattered.
Yeah.
And the premiere was held in a packed theater
Wow.
just months after the war.
Wow.
And it was incredibly moving. The
Yeah.
audience was completely silent throughout the whole performance, absorbing every moment.
Wow. They must have been hanging on his every word.
I think so. I think they were recognizing themselves.
Yeah.
And their own experiences
The scene.
reflected on screen.
Absolutely. And after the curtain fell,
Yeah.
I bet there was just this,
Outpouring of emotion,
Mhm.
applause, tears, you name it.
wow.
And De Filippo later said, I had spoken of everyone's pain,
Wow.
which really highlights his ability to capture that essence
Yeah.
of a shared experience,
Absolutely.
a collective trauma,
Yeah.
and transform it into art.
It's incredible.
It is.
This ability to connect with people
Yeah.
on such a deep level.
Emotional level.
It reminds us that he wasn't just this brilliant artist.
No.
He was like a keen observer
Yeah.
of the human condition.
Totally.
And he understood the power of storytelling.
Absolutely. To heal, to inspire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that understanding is evident
Yes.
in another masterpiece of his,
Okay.
Filumena Marturano,
Filumena Marturano.
which he adapted for both stage and screen.
Stage and screen. One of his most famous works.
Now, Filumena,
Yeah.
that's the one with the really strong, unforgettable female lead.
Yes, she is a force of nature.
Tell me more.
You're gonna love this one. So Filumena
Yeah.
is an ex-prostitute
Go ahead.
who's been Domenico's devoted partner for years.
Okay.
But when she fears he's gonna marry a younger woman,
Oh.
she pretends to be on her deathbed
Oh, wow.
and tricks him into marrying her.
Oh, my gosh. What a power move.
Talk about a power move.
So it's like a battle of wills, a clash of personalities.
It is, but it's also so much more than that.
Okay.
The play dives into themes of social class, motherhood,
Yeah.
and like the enduring power of love,
Yeah.
even in the face of deception
Right.
and societal pressures.
Wow, and the dialogue.
And the dialogue is brilliant.
Yeah.
Witty, sharp, full of those little observations about human nature
Right.
that De Filippo was so good at capturing.
It sounds like a story that resonates
It does.
just as strongly today as it did back then.
I think so too. You know, that struggle for recognition
I
and
know.
respect, the complexities of love and relationships.
Totally.
Those are timeless themes.
Absolutely. And De Filippo had this knack
Yes.
for creating characters who, while rooted in a specific time and place,
Right.
had this like universality to them.
Yeah, I agree.
They felt real relatable.
Yes.
Like people you could just encounter walking down the street
I know.
in Naples or like any city in the world.
Exactly. And that humanity is
Yeah.
what makes his work so enduring, so captivating.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the characters.
No.
It's about the stories.
Yes.
They tap into these universal human experiences
Right.
that transcend cultural boundaries, language barriers,
Yeah.
even time.
I agree. And Filumena Marturano is a
Yeah.
prime example of that.
Absolutely.
It was one of his most internationally successful plays,
Really?
translated into multiple languages,
Wow.
staged all over the world.
It's incredible.
It is. So even though he's deeply rooted in Neapolitan culture,
Yeah.
his reach extended far beyond Italy,
Yeah.
touching audiences from all walks of life.
It speaks to his artistry,
It does.
his ability to tell stories
Yes.
that resonated
Yeah.
with people on a fundamental human level.
Right. Regardless of their background or language.
It's like he was able to capture
Yeah.
the essence of what it means to be human.
Yeah, the joys, the sorrows, the complexities, the
Yeah.
contradictions,
Yeah.
and present it to the world.
In a way that was moving and captivating.
Beautifully put. And this brings us back to the theme
Yeah.
of De Filippo's dedication to his craft, his unwavering commitment to excellence.
Yeah.
We talked about the incident where he incorporated a heart attack into his performance,
Right.
a testament to his resilience and
Mhm.
passion.
Absolutely.
But his dedication went beyond the stage.
You're talking about like Teatro San Ferdinando?
Yes, the theater he founded in Naples.
Yeah. It became a symbol of his dedication to preserving
Absolutely.
and promoting Neapolitan theater.
Yes, he poured his heart and soul into this project,
Wow.
using his own earnings to rebuild it after it was destroyed during the war.
It's inspiring to see that level of commitment,
It is.
that belief in the importance of art
Yes.
and its power to uplift a community.
To preserve cultural heritage?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Teatro San Ferdinando wasn't just a building.
Right.
It was a hub for Neapolitan theater,
Yeah.
a place where new talent was nurtured, classic works were given new life.
It's amazing how one person's vision
Yeah.
can have such a lasting impact.
I know, it's incredible. De Filippo wasn't just a gifted artist.
Right.
He was a visionary.
Yeah.
Someone who understood the importance of nurturing the arts
Yeah.
and creating a space for them to flourish.
And that vision continues to inspire
Just-
artists and audiences alike.
Absolutely. His plays are still performed worldwide,
Wow.
reminding us of the enduring power of human connection,
Yeah.
the complexities of family,
Yeah.
the importance of laughter and tears.
In equal measure,
Yes,
he was a master storyteller,
he was.
a keen observer of human nature,
Yes.
and a true champion of his craft.
Absolutely. And as we move into the final part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
we'll explore how De Filippo's legacy continues to resonate in
Right.
the 21st century,
Yeah.
inspiring new generations of artists and captivating audiences around the globe.
I'm excited.
But before we do that,
Yeah.
let's just take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned so far
Okay.
about this extraordinary man.
Yeah.
What stands out to you most
Oh, gosh.
about De Filippo's life and work?
It's like his talent was limitless, right?
It really was. Like, he was a playwright, actor, director, theater manager.
And not just the breadth of his talent, but
Yeah.
like the depth of his passion.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like this unwavering commitment to excellence.
Right. And we talked about his dedication to preserving Neapolitan theater, but his impact went way beyond that.
Oh, for sure. He really pushed the boundaries of what theater could be.
Totally. Like he demanded more from himself
Yes.
and from everyone around him.
Higher standards for everyone.
Yeah. And it's so interesting to see how that ambition like manifested in his later works,
Yeah.
which often took on a more introspective philosophical tone.
Right.
Like Gliasami non finiscono mai,
Gliasami. Yes.
with its multiple characters.
Sure.
And that poignant exploration of life, regret, missed opportunities.
Yeah, it feels like a culmination of his artistic journey.
It does. And that final silent act,
Oh, so powerful.
pure brilliance.
It's like he stripped away all the artifice of theater
Right.
and left only the raw essence of human experience.
And it shows his mastery of nonverbal expression
Absolutely.
to convey these complex emotions through gesture and movement alone.
So powerful.
And I think that's what continues to captivate audiences today,
I agree.
even those who might not be familiar with Italian theater,
Right.
because he had this ability to tap into those universal human experiences
Yeah. The joys, the sorrows, the struggles, the triumphs.
and present them in a way that just transcended cultural barriers, language differences.
Absolutely. And Gliasami non finiscono mai really exemplifies that.
Oh, totally.
It's a play about life itself.
Yeah.
The passage of time,
Right.
the choices we make, the regrets we carry.
The moments of grace
Yes. And it's a story that anyone, anywhere can connect with.
on a personal level.
Deeply personal level.
Absolutely. And that universality, that ability to connect with audiences from all walks of life
Yeah.
is part of what makes De Filippo's legacy so enduring.
It really is.
His plays are still performed worldwide,
I know, it's amazing.
translated into countless languages,
Yes.
studied by scholars
Right?
who continue to uncover new layers of meaning.
Amazing. It's incredible to think his voice is still echoing across the decades
I know. Inspiring new generations of artists.
and challenging us
Right.
to examine our own lives
Yeah.
through the lens of his sights.
He wasn't just a playwright,
No, he was so much more
a philosopher, a poet.
a chronicler of the human condition.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Eduardo De Filippo, what's the key takeaway?
Well, I think it's important to remember that De Filippo's work is an invitation.
So,
An invitation to explore the depths of human experience. Embrace the complexities of life.
Yeah.
Find beauty in those everyday moments.
Yeah, the ones that often go unnoticed.
Exactly. His plays remind us that laughter and tears are two sides of the same coin.
I love that.
That joy and sorrow are intertwined.
Yeah.
And that even in the face of adversity,
Yeah.
the human spirit can endure.
And thrive.
Yes. And that feels especially relevant today.
It
And we're
does.
constantly bombarded with information,
Right.
and we often struggle to find meaning and connection.
Yeah. De Filippo's work reminds us to slow down,
Yes.
pay attention,
Appreciate the simple things.
find solace in the shared human experience.
Beautifully said. So if you're looking for inspiration,
Yeah.
a reminder of the beauty and fragility of life,
Yeah.
or just a good laugh followed by a good cry,
Right.
I highly recommend checking out De Filippo's work.
Yeah.
Whether you watch a film adaptation, attend a live performance,
Yeah.
or read a translated script
His artistry will stay with you.
long after the curtain falls.
Eduardo De Filippo, a master storyteller,
Absolutely.
a keen observer of human nature,
Yes.
a true champion of his craft.
A legend.
His legacy is a gift, an invitation to experience the world
With open hearts.
and curious minds.
Oh.
And on that note,
Yes.
we conclude our deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning
And keep diving deep.
into the worlds that captivate you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos.